We're making chicken Mafé, a West African peanut stew, and the peanuts you choose determines how you cook it. So what are the options? Traditionally raw peanuts, lightly toasted with skins removed and pounded into a paste. You get mostly peanut flavors. Many recipes call for unsalted peanut butter, usually toasted to varying degrees. Whatever you choose to use, if the goal is a peanut-forward stew, the more toasted the peanuts, the less searing of the chicken. Now the chicken, thighs are drummed for long cooking, bone-in for body, and because peanuts are almost 50% fat, we remove the chicken skin to avoid competing flavors. Medium-low heat with a thin layer of high smoke point neutral oil, chicken goes into sear, which means we're going for very lightly toasted peanuts today for the most peanut-forward profile. Through heat, we rapidly evaporate the surface moisture. Then, the surface gets to go past boiling point and start developing complex, meaty, roasted flavors thanks to the Maillard reaction, just like peanut butter. We're looking for pale golden today, just enough to give the dish structure, not brown, which will overpower. Once you're happy, chicken comes out, we skim off most of the fat, knowing we have nature's peanut oil coming. We lower the heat, onions in to form our savory base and provide some subtle sweetness. Through gentle heat, we start to release the 90% water content of our onions, lifting the fond, the concentrated Maillard goodness. Then we start to evaporate said water content, concentrating the sweetness we just talked about. Gentle heat, we're not looking for caramelized sweetness today. Once they're translucent, we crush a few cloves of garlic for a bit more background savory note and sweetness. It goes in later as it burns easily. Optional tomato puree for umami and a bit of sweetness, a bit of acidity, and a beautiful hue. Traditionally, you would use fresh tomatoes or none at all, depending on the region. Speaking of regions, an umami booster is traditionally added at this point. In Senegal, usually fermented fish, such as gej or yet. In Mali, fermented locust beans. Many modern recipes call for fish sauce for convenience. But if you want to get closer to the meat umami, like gej or yet, salted anchovies is a better supermarket substitute. We stir and cook off the heat-sensitive marine funk. Chicken back in. Just enough water to cover. Adjust the salt, factoring in the reduction, and the anchovies are salted. Optional, 1 whole Scotch bonnet, just pierced to slowly release some fruity heat. Gentle simmer, lid on, half an hour. Beautiful. Whew. After half an hour, we incorporate the star of the show, peanuts in whatever form you fancy. Powder, paste, butter in a large mixing bowl, ideally bigger than this. We gradually ladle our cooking liquid to form a smooth paste for the peanuts to rehydrate evenly and for the flavors to integrate. Once you've turned peanut dust into chicken-scented peanut butter, everything back in. Give everything a good mix. No roux or starch slurry today. We add some optional root vegetables, sweet potatoes, which will further thicken the sauce by releasing starch, and some carrots. Try not to top up with water too early, as the peanuts would release some water themselves. We simmer without the lid, 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, we add some optional cabbage to cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. If you want to really go old school, add them with the root veg to really wilt them down. And after you've given your pot a good mix, try to leave it relatively undisturbed for the last 10 minutes. Once you can see the oil starting to split, which is our doneness indicator and the reason why we didn't stir for the last 10 minutes, we switch off the stove and let it rest for 10 minutes. Now, our stew has taken on this beautiful glossy shine, meaning we've cooked our peanuts enough for them to lose their binding power. we won. This is chicken mafé. It's beautiful though.